Nigeria is facing renewed security concerns, and this time, the federal government is pointing fingers at international comments that may have fueled the fire. Following recent attacks in Kebbi and Kwara State, tension is rising nationwide, and global attention is quickly turning to Nigeria's response. Did international remarks worsen the situation? Here's the full story. The federal government on Wednesday attributed the recent surge in terror attacks, including the abduction of schoolgirls in Kebbi State and the assault on worshippers in Eruku, Kwara State, to recent statements made by the United States, which it claimed have stirred public anger across the country. The secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akume, said that the post by the U.S. President Donald Trump alleging Christian genocide in Nigeria and threatening to deploy American troops had inadvertently emboldened opportunistic violent groups who are now justifying attacks on soft targets. Akume stated that recent pronouncements from the U.S. had given militant groups the confidence to exploit international narratives and launch attacks aimed at gaining visibility. He explained that before these statements, insurgency structures had been significantly degraded and reduced to isolated incidents of banditry. However, he said the sudden resurgence of attacks highlights the urgent need for collaboration, not public leveling, between Nigeria and the United States. According to Akume, President Trump had in several posts on X between October 30th and November 1st, 2025, designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, while alleging the existence of a Christian genocide. Trump reportedly warned that he might deploy U.S. force to Nigeria if the alleged killings did not stop, adding that he had directed what he described as the Department of War to prepare for possible action. He also threatened to suspend all U.S. assistance to Nigeria if President Bola Tinubu's administration failed to address the issue. The SGF stressed that some violent groups were now attempting to leverage those remarks to seek recognition and relevance. He insisted that Nigeria does not require foreign troops, noting that the Nigerian armed forces has successfully reclaimed territories and weakened Boko Haram and ISWAP networks. Akume said what the country needs from partners, especially the United States, is strategic support in intelligence, technology and military equipment to enhance counter-terrorism operations. He further dismissed claims of a Christian genocide, stating that verified evidence shows that both churches and mosques have been attacked, with both Muslims and Christians affected. He emphasized that Nigeria remains a secular state, citing constitutional provisions that prohibit the adoption of a state religion. He added that federal appointments reflect the nation's diversity, with Christians and Muslims holding key positions, including within the Nigerian Security Council. Akume insisted that the conflict should not be framed as targeting any particular religious group and reaffirmed the government's commitment to protecting all citizens and strengthening international cooperation to dismantle extremist networks. The recent attacks in Kebbi and Kwara have drawn global concern. President Tinubu, who was scheduled to depart Abuja for the G20 summit in South Africa, followed by the AU and EU summit in Angola, suspended his trip in response to the security crisis. Nigeria is at critical crossroads. While the government insists that foreign military intervention is unnecessary, it is calling for stronger international cooperation, especially in intelligence and technology. As security challenges evolve, one question remains: will diplomacy be enough to stop the rising wave of violence? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Uchi Jacinta for Eagles FM News.